You're about to hear something that most men will never understand. She doesn't fall for you when you chase her. She doesn't fall for you when you explain yourself. She doesn't even fall for you when you love her the hardest. She falls for you the day you do what no other man has ever done. Refuse what every other man accepts. Detach where every other man clings. Stay calm where every other man breaks. That one moment when you stop playing by her script burns you into her memory. It flips the dynamic. It changes her respect for you. It makes her see you as something rare, a man she can't control, and once you do it, she will never see you the same again. One when you refuse what every other man accepts. There's something deeply primal in this, the moment you refuse what every other man tolerates. You become unforgettable, see. Most men, especially when they like a woman, accept anything, the flaky behavior. The "I'm too busy" texts, the playful disrespect disguised as jokes. The emotional games. They do this because they think if I go along with it, she'll like me more, but here's the truth. She doesn't respect the man who swallows his discomfort, just to stay close to her. She's seen him before, she's used him before, she's forgotten him before. And that's where you can change the entire script once, by refusing not angrily. Not with drama, but with calm, unshakable conviction. I don't accept this. I don't play those games. That doesn't work for me, delivered once without apology, without explanation. You'll see it in her eyes. The shock, the recalibration, because you've just become something rare, a man who values himself more than her approval. And in that moment, she realizes this man is different. This one act plants a seed in her mind that grows every time she's around you. You're not like the others. You can't be manipulated like the others. You won't bend just because she's beautiful. And suddenly you're not just the guy she likes. You're the man she respects. The man she thinks about when she's quiet at night. The man who forced her to level up one refusal can do this just once. It tells her, I'm not afraid to lose you because I refuse to lose myself. And women never forget the man who showed them that kind of strength. To show her you don't need her once. There's a moment in every dynamic with a woman where the balance of power quietly shifts. It's the moment she realizes, he needs me more than I need him. And the truth, the second she feels that, her respect for you drops. Not because she's cruel, not because she doesn't care, but because feminine desire cannot thrive. Where masculine neediness lives, she wants to feel your pull. Yes, but not your dependence, and here's where most men fail. They overinvest, they cancel their plans. They rearrange their lives. They pour out all their energy trying to prove their worth, until their value disappears. But when you show her once that you don't need her, that's when everything changes. When you don't chase after the late reply. When you keep your plans instead of dropping everything to see her. When you walk away from the argument instead of begging to be understood. You're sending a powerful, silent message. You're not my center. My life is my center. You can be part of it. But you don't define it, and women can feel that in their bones. It makes them pause. It makes them rethink. It makes them look at you differently. Because suddenly, you're no longer a man orbiting her. You're a man with his own gravity. And here's the beautiful paradox. The second she realizes you don't need her is the second she begins to want you more. Why? Because now she's curious. Now she wonders, why isn't he desperate? Why isn't he trying to win me? What's so fulfilling in his life that he doesn't need me to feel complete. And that curiosity pulls her closer. It makes her respect you. It makes her chase the space you just created. All it takes is one moment. One quiet, powerful demonstration that says, I want you, yes, but I don't need you, and that's why you'll never control me. And when you show her that once, she'll never see you the same again. 3, the day you stop explaining yourself. Women are used to men explaining their feelings, explaining their decisions, explaining why they're upset. And most men fall into this trap because they think, if I explain myself, she'll understand me, and then she'll stay. But here's the ugly truth. Explaining yourself doesn't earn you respect. It drains it, because every time you justify your actions, you're signaling that you need her approval. You're saying, please see me the way I want you to. Please agree with my reasoning. Please validate me. That's not power. That's performance, and women can feel the weakness in it. But the day you stop, the day you act without apology, without lengthy explanations, without asking for permission, you create a shift she can't ignore. Suddenly, you're no longer playing the role of the boy seeking her blessing. You've become the man who moves with certainty. You cancel the date, no excuse. Just, I can't make it tonight. You set a boundary, no monologue. Just, that doesn't work for me. You leave the argument, no pleading. Just silence and the door closing behind you. You'll see it in her reaction: shock, confusion, even a flash of anger. But underneath it all, respect, because she's finally looking at a man who doesn't need to be understood. He just needs to be himself. And that's rare. Most men are so busy convincing women they're good enough that they forget real men don't convince. They decide, they move, they let their actions speak. And that silence, that refusal to explain, doesn't push her away. It pulls her in, because now she's curious. Who is this man who doesn't bend? Why doesn't he need my approval? What does he know about himself that makes him so sure? And in that moment, you've changed everything. You're no longer just another man in her life. You're the man who operates on his own terms. The one she can't predict. The one she can't fully figure out. The one she has to respect or lose. And once you've done that, she'll never see you the same again. For when you create distance, she starts chasing. Most men don't understand the power of distance. They think closeness equals love, that being available 24/7 keeps her interested, that staying connected prevents her from drifting away. But here's the paradox: the more accessible you are, the less she feels you, because constant presence kills polarity. When you're always there, you become predictable, and predictability is the death of desire. But when you create distance, not out of manipulation, but out of self-respect, everything changes. She notices when your texts slow down. She feels your absence when you stop double calling. She wonders where you are when you don't explain why you're busy. And that wondering, that's where curiosity grows. Curiosity turns into longing. Longing becomes chase, because distance does something no compliment or gift ever can. It makes her realize you're not her possession. You're your own man. The distance you create isn't punishment. It's a reminder: you don't get all of me just because you want me. You get access when I choose to give it. And that subtle shift flips the entire dynamic. Suddenly she's the one sending longer messages. She's the one checking your socials. She's the one bringing up memories to pull you closer, because absence makes her revalue what she took for granted. She starts chasing what she feels slipping away. And when you give her your presence again, it doesn't feel routine, it feels like a reward. That's the secret when you control the distance. You control the desire, and the man who can step back without fear is the man who will always have her running toward him. 5. The day you show her she can't manipulate you. Every woman tests not because she's cruel, but because on a primal level, she needs to know, can this man handle me, or can I control him? Most men fail these tests. They get defensive, they grovel, they over-explain, they change their behavior just to keep the peace. And the second she realizes she can manipulate you, she loses respect, but the day you show her she can't, you become unforgettable. She tries to provoke you with silence. You don't chase. She throws a passive-aggressive comment. You stay calm and unshaken. She threatens to walk you. Simply say, do what you need to do. That's when it hits her. You can't be moved. You're not controlled by her moods. You don't play into her emotional storms. You don't fight for approval like every other man. Instead, you stand firm, stoic, grounded. And that stillness does something she can't explain. It attracts her even more because women don't crave control over men. They crave men they can trust not to crumble when tested. The moment you prove you're that man, you shift her entire perception of you. You're no longer the safe, predictable choice. You're the man she can't fully figure out. The man who makes her step up. The man she can't forget. And from that moment on, she'll never see you the same. If you've ever been tested, manipulated, or pushed to your breaking point, and you've decided to never bend again, comment below, she can't move me. Let's see how many men are done playing by her rules.